Okay, I heard from Simon, who got fired from his job. He was the head of software architecture for a startup. And he said he's been there since the beginning and he's had a great relationship with the CEO all this time. They debate and they have creative differences and they work them out and they always come up with the right answer. And he's heard from his CEO a million times, thank you for being my sparring partner and helping me come up with better ideas. This time, the CEO just fired him. There was no process. There was no nothing. He said, I'm sick of listening to you with this stuff. You have to agree with me. And he was gone. But so Simon's, self-esteem is probably not the highest, but he's worried too. How do I explain to future prospective employers that I got fired from my last job? Simon, you were in a startup, so you probably noticed that a lot of the stuff in the business world is fake. Getting fired by your CEO over creative differences, fake, 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 fake. Here's the story, Simon. In the 1870s, the U.S. industrialists are trying to have the first global superpower, but they're getting in court all the time. Their employees are suing them. So they go to their friends in Congress and they say, we don't want to get sued by our ex-employees for firing them. Can we just say that we can always fire people all the time when we feel like it? Congress is like, okay. And the courts are like, yeah, sure. So there's a doctrine now in the United States called employment at will. It means you can just fire people for no reason. You don't need a reason. You don't need an excuse. You don't have to pay them any severance and you don't have to give them notice, except in certain circumstances. And this is most working people in the U.S. And you know what other countries also have this employment at will thing? None. It's only us. And you might think, well, that's a million years ago. It's not going on now. No, it's totally going on now. So it's all fake. It's fake, Simon. Can you imagine? We fired you, Simon, and therefore you shall wear this mark of shame. You shall always have to tell people you were fired. You were fired from the job. That's our power, that we can make you describe yourself as one of these shameful, tainted people who got fired. It's fake. Employers insisted and insist to this day on retaining that ability to walk up to you, any Joe Schmo supervisor, and say, you're fired, and then you're actually fired. Then they gave up. They gave up the right to say that it means anything. They gave that up. But to me, Simon, hearing your story for the first time, it sounds like you and your CEO had a great creative collaboration for 4 years, and then the arc was over and, the collaboration came to an end, and now you're excited about your new adventure. You never have to tell anybody you got fired.